Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story wherein one of these decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I like to do is to hold each deck up to the camera to see if it's resonating with you. And we'll go ahead and start with deck number 1. Could your story or message be here in deck number 1? Could your story or message be here in deck number 2? Alright. Or could your story or message be here in deck number 3? And never overthink it. Alright, I hope you made your selection. We will go ahead and begin with deck number 1. Let me see. We have Princess of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Princess of Chalices or Cups, Princess of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Central issue, we have the Ten of Wands, Empress, Seven of Wands. Alright, so central issue is having a lot to do, having a lot of hard work to do. I feel like sometimes you may feel like you're fighting an uphill battle, but I feel that the hard part is almost over. This also indicates that whatever it is you're getting ready to do, you're feeling motivated. Maybe you found some sort of purpose or passion to follow a certain path. And I also feel like something's pointing at some sort of direction, like all arrows are pointing in one particular direction. So maybe you're being guided spiritually, regardless if you know it or not. I also feel like maybe some of you are feeling like you're obligated to take care of or obligated towards your job. There is a sense of obligation here, put it that way. Now, in a love situation, it could be that you're dealing with someone who is still obligated towards the baby's mom. Yeah, that I do see that as a possibility as well. But I also see this as, you know, business-wise, career-wise, you may be laying the foundation for your business. I also feel like there is a need to protect or guard your space. You may feel like you're under attack, or be prepared to be attacked. I feel like you should be comfortable in your skin with whatever your desires are, whatever your beliefs are, because I'm feeling like there may be some people who could be challenging you or coming at you. But this is indicating to me that you'll be okay. I feel like this is you manifesting your desires. This is you able to be comfortable in who you are and not really have any fears. And then also, if you're starting your own business, it looks like something's going on where you'll be very passionate about it. Just know that something is a lot of hard work. Those of you that are wanting to get pregnant, it could entail a lot of hard work. Maybe you've been having a hard time getting pregnant. Maybe you just found out that you were pregnant, and now it's about knowing that you've got an uphill battle. It's just like, okay, this is going to be rough being pregnant, either because of the time we're in or because of any type of preliminary medical conditions you could have had, but it looks like if you are expecting, get ready, be prepared. Now also, you may have a lot of people around you that are very guarded or protective of you. If you're being pursued, I feel like a love interest may be intensely drawn towards you. So this person may be willing to do whatever it takes or take on some sort of big responsibility to be a part of your life. So especially if you guys are at a distance, because it also looks like someone may be getting ready to move in. So that part, of course, applies to those of you that are already in some sort of established relationship. Someone could be getting ready to move in. It also looks like just something is being prepared, your home space, anything. Now you've got a lot of court cards coming out, so there could be a lot of people around you, could be a lot of options. If you're dating or flirting, or you're dealing with somebody, there could be several options. Could be an earth sign towards Virgo, Capricorn, could be water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, could be air, Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. And then could be any sign, but those are the ones that are standing out the most. And then also what I'm getting, something about a single parent. I feel like maybe there's a single parent that has several children or more than one child. Maybe you're the single parent. Maybe someone's getting ready to enter a relationship with you. And maybe they have children, because it looks like something's being gathered together. It's like, okay, there's a lot of people around you. Could be a lot of family. I also feel that something's going on where someone is getting ready to say something. I feel like maybe someone's getting ready to write a letter or compose something. I'm also seeing something about a teacher, so I don't know if that's your profession or the profession of someone you're dealing with. Maybe teaching has taken on a heavy responsibility, or you've had to find creative ways to teach from home, especially. Whatever it is that you do from home, I feel like you've had to find creative ways to do your job. I also feel like someone's getting ready to talk about how they feel, or getting ready to express what they're thinking or feeling. Someone may come towards you with, I see two propositions from two different people. Well, either it's going to be from two different people, or someone's going to come at you two different ways. Like, they come at you one way. I don't know if you reject them or not, or if there's just not an answer, and then they're going to come at you again. I feel like you're definitely going to have some sort of clarity in which direction you should take in regards to your love life or your career. I feel like you're going to have clarity and direction. I see you though, I'm starting to see like several cards indicate though that you are going to have to defend yourself for whatever you say or whatever you do. Just get ready to defend yourself, because people are going to try to challenge whatever it is that you're doing. If you're dating someone, some people might challenge the person that you decide to date for whatever reason. It could be a plethora of reasons, but I feel like people would challenge you with the person that you decide to date. Somebody might challenge you on your ideas, the things that you think about. If you're in some sort of Skype meeting or Zoom meeting, I feel like maybe you're putting some sort of ideas out there. You think you're excited about it. You think it's a good idea. Somebody's going to come and try you. Like, okay, well, explain to me this, or how does that explain this, that, and the other. So I just feel like you really have to own your decision, own your decisions. Because people are going to try to challenge you. You may also need to put your foot down with children. And I also get like curiosity, like the children around you. I feel like there's some curious minds around you. Maybe it's not children, but it's innocent, like innocent minds. You're going to receive like a lot of inquiries about something. They're like, can you show me how you did this? Can you tell me what you think about this? So I feel like a lot of people are going to be wanting your opinion, but in that also be prepared for a lot of people sharing their opinion with you, even if not asked. Okay, let me see what's going on with the Princess of Pentacles. Now, there also may be someone around you that feels like they need to protect you. It could be a friend, family member, your lover. Somebody feels like, I gotta protect you. I feel like you're also planning out your finances as well. Okay, so I got it clarified by the High Priestess, and that's telling me that someone is planning on saying something in secret, for one. You also might be making some sort of secret plans to do something. You're working on something in the dark or in secret. I even feel like spiritually somebody is channeling through writing. Someone does spirit writing or spirit channeling. Or that might be your hidden gift. You may be deciding, or it may be revealed to you, matter of fact, through spirit, that you have a lot of spiritual gifts or a lot of hidden talents. So you might be an intuitive, you might be an empath, you might know how to interpret dreams. You might know how to read energy. You know, there could be several metaphysical, spiritual things that you could discover about yourself. And maybe you're keeping something quiet or secret because you're still learning or developing how to use these skills. So it's like, I don't want to tell everybody that I know how to do this until I'm sure about it. I also feel that High Priestess is telling you to use your intuition in regards to making a choice between different options that you have. Let's say you have different career options. Use your intuition. That your intuition is usually your first mind. Like, what's your first initial thought? If you have more than one job offer, I usually like to imagine myself at each company, or imagine myself at doing each job. And the one that kind of sticks out to me the most, I'm like, okay, I think for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe sometimes it'd be the company name. You just like the name of the company. And you're like, you know what? I just simply like the name of the company. You know why? Because I think when certain things resonate with you, what's really happening is that something is being called to remembrance. Something is already stored in your memory bank, your DNA. The answer is already there. So when something kind of resonates, you're like remembering something subconsciously. So yeah, I feel like you need to use your intuition regardless of what this decision is. If it's about dating someone or moving forward with someone, what does your first mind say? I'm sure there's something that you can learn from this connection. Now, it also looks like you have a secret admirer, maybe even more than one. Especially if they're an earth sign, there might be an earth sign that is preparing to speak their mind or approach you. Yeah, especially if you have some sort of unfinished business. Oh, and then look, Six of Cups is down here. So I feel like everything is leading up to this Six of Cups moment. So at some point, you're either going to reconcile, reconnect with someone from your past, or you're reconciling with someone that is going to feel like you know them from your past. It's just like that familiar spirit. But it looks like someone has been, I feel like, even like rehearsing on what it is that they're going to say or do. Now, because I said rehearsing, that took me back to a couple of other things. So someone is rehearsing, those of you that might, be some sort of performers. And even though, people aren't really going out to see shows and things of that sort, people are still doing things from the comfort of their home. So I feel like people are gathering together, I guess no more than 10, are gathering together and rehearsing something, or maybe it's a monologue. If this is the president, or if this is any type of person that's getting ready to go on, like the camera is on, like someone is rehearsing and preparing something that they have to say. For some of you, I do see this as several interviews, and there's going to be 2 that stick out to you the most. And I also feel like you're going to have to choose between logic and passion. You're like, logically, this job makes sense, but I'm not really passionate about it. On the other hand, this job doesn't pay as much, but I'm passionate about it. So I feel like it depends on you. Do you want something that makes sense on paper, or do you want something that speaks to your soul? It's up to you. Let me look some more here at the Ace of Swords. So the truth is coming out. Somebody's been thinking a lot. Somebody's been thinking, praying, meditating, and they're getting ready to speak their truth, whether it's you or someone else. If you're in a relationship, I think someone wants to talk about how they feel ignored, or feel like you aren't contributing enough to the relationship. Or you might be the one getting ready to say this. You might be getting ready to say, I feel like I put in all the work and you don't do anything to show or prove this, that, and the other. So yeah. I also feel that in a love situation, either you pushed this person away before, walked away from them, or they walked away from you. There's been some form of rejection, and I also feel like someone maybe suffered in silence. Now, it also could be that once you make one decision between several people, that you're ignoring the rest. It's like, okay, I made my decision. There's no need for me to talk to this person or that person anymore because I see clearly who it is that I'm drawn towards. And then I feel like someone is just going to say or admit that they miss the other person. I feel like someone's message gets ignored. Let me just look at Ace of Wands really quickly. I see you getting tempted. Somebody wants to start over. I feel like there was an opportunity that got turned down or ignored. You might even be the one doing that. You might be the one that decides to turn down or ignore some sort of opportunity to talk or something of that sort. Either way, I feel like you're picking one thing over the other. Yeah, so hopefully those messages resonate or make sense. Let's go ahead and move on to deck number 2. We have the Hanged Man, God of Cups, Goddess of Cups, Judgment, Ace of Wands. Central issue, we have the Four of Wands, Ten of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. All right, so central issue looks as if, okay, something's been established. Something's been set in place. I feel like whatever's been established is more so like your way of life or your way of thinking. It looks like if someone had been waiting for something to unfold or waiting to hear news, like there's going to be a breakthrough. The only thing is that I see something going right back on hold after some sort of release or breakthrough, or after something's been established, then it goes right back into holding. Now, I don't know, this might be talking about something political going on. One minute there's some sort of breakthrough, and then there's back to some sort of decision being placed on hold. It also looks like maybe someone will be moving out, or people have decided to move in together, but then the whole process gets delayed. I also see someone got tired of waiting for something to happen, so they just let the situation go. They moved on. They were like, I'm not waiting to hear. I'm not waiting for this to happen, or I don't need to wait for this, that, and the other. I'm just going to let it go. So I feel like there is a sense of letting go or moving on, or being released. Spiritually or mentally, you might be going through some sort of transformation where you are letting go of old beliefs. I also see someone being changed forever on their birthday. Somebody is like forever changed. So I know we're in Taurus season, so something could be going on in regards to those of you that are celebrating birthdays this month. It's like your life is just changed or different. You don't believe in things that you used to believe in anymore. You might be finding ways also to continue to celebrate in isolation. Some of you are going to start looking at someone from a different perspective. You've got options too if you're dating. I feel like there could be 2 different water signs. I'm getting water, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces mainly. But I feel like there are 2 different ones. And then I also feel that could be involved with a Gemini. So love matters, it looks like someone is waiting or thinking about how they want to approach you. Something's been placed on hold until they can figure something out, or unless you are getting ready to do this, but you're somewhere kind of thinking about, how do I want to approach this situation? How do I want to let this person know what I feel or think? Someone's definitely been daydreaming. There is a need for you guys to finish some sort of unresolved business here. If you keep sweeping something under the rug, I feel like it's going to keep coming up and haunting you. So I feel like you're going to continue to be haunted by the past. So, I mean, that can still relate to your, I guess, your love life especially. I feel like someone's calling and wanting to talk. And it's like, there's been all this waiting, like, okay, when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? And it just seemed like nothing was happening. There was no communication. There was no nothing. And I also feel like maybe someone shut down their social media. They decided to shut down social media, let it go, and then feel so much freer. Or somebody is cutting people out of their lives, and they're like, it feels so much better not to deal with that person or have to see that person. So yeah, if this is dealing with, you know, social media, whether it's love or not, it looks like some people are leaving or taking some sort of break from social media because it's overwhelming. But especially more so if you really want to talk to someone and you're like, I'm waiting for this person to talk to me, they're not saying anything. It feels like you at some point realize that you're anticipating too much or putting too much energy into something, so you just decide to let it go. Now, I do feel like there is someone around you who's maybe very emotional, very intuitive. I'm getting someone that has like a strange or unusual, quirky type personality. You might be dealing with someone who's a singer, artist, performer, or you might consider yourself to be that. Some of you are trying to figure out how to be creative with your gifts. You guys are getting similar messages that were in deck 1 too. I feel like you're just being creative, figuring out ways to be creative with your gifts, or how to start or establish something from home. Now, I also feel that say something's going on where somebody was worried about getting evicted. I feel like maybe the eviction is put on hold. Like something else needs to be reviewed. Maybe you sent in some sort of paperwork, that requires you to be able to stay by law, or, you know, and so now the eviction is put on hold. Let me look at this Four of Wands. Okay, so the Four of Wands is indicating that you're going to get a response that you've been waiting for. It's like, finally, this is what I've been waiting for. Again, it could be romantic, or it could be waiting to hear from some sort of job. So I feel like you're going to get the response. The only thing is just that there's more waiting involved. So even though something's been confirmed or established, it's not like you get to move into a relationship, or it's not like you get to immediately start the job, or it's not like you get to move if you get approved for a new place or apartment, home, whatever. It's like you get an approval, but you still can't move yet. During your time of isolation, though, I just feel like this is it's time for you to just kind of look at things differently. Look at things from a higher perspective. Understand that everything is divine timing. Because you might be saying at first, why I gotta wait? But then you start reviewing and reflecting and saying, you know what, this is probably for the best. I'm gonna trust that my higher self knows what it's doing. Some of you are learning about manifestation or how it works. I also see, okay, positively, this is about manifestation. You're learning how to manifest. You're learning how to do, you're having a different understanding of how metaphysical things work, or that life is just metaphysical. Maybe you even subscribe to the belief that this is a hologram. You know, it's something, I feel like you're in a spiritual cocoon is what this looks like on a positive note. And it definitely looks like you're tapped into your dreams. I don't know why I feel like I've been getting a lot of either astral travel or astral projection as of late. Like I've been getting that type of energy. Maybe that's something that you're learning or practicing. I also see this as something being revealed to you in your dreams, and a lot of indirect messages maybe have been coming through to you in dreams, or a lot of spirit messages, or maybe that's how someone's been communicating with you through metaphysical ways. You've been having all these unusual dreams and you're like, what do these dreams mean? I'm gonna give an example. One day I had dreams about like a lot of Geminis that I know. And I took that to mean that something could be getting ready to be revealed during Gemini season. Or maybe that could be the sign of someone that I need to look for. But, you know, either way, it's like you see how it's just kind of like a metaphysical message. It's a message. Like, why would someone dream about all these Geminis? So I feel like you should pay attention to your dreams, because spirit is using imagery like these cards. You know, there are images on here that are supposed to help tap into your subconscious for your interpretation. So you have your own special way of doing that through your dreams. So make sure you're paying attention to them, because it feels like something could be going on like that. Now, I also feel like maybe something's on the way, something's getting ready to happen. Maybe you had a dream that someone tried to do spell work on you. I also feel that someone regrets a decision that they made. Someone regrets not answering a phone. Someone regrets not responding when they had a chance. If someone was torn between more than one person, I feel like someone feels now like they made the wrong choice. So I feel like maybe too, this is about having some sort of reflective moment. I don't know if it's you or love interest. But yeah, it looks like a reflective moment. And again, it doesn't just have to be about something romantic. It could just be like, damn, I think I did make the wrong decision in the past about that job, or passing up that job. Yeah, something that you're reflecting about. And I feel like you're trying to turn something negative into something positive, though. The other thing I was getting is that you might feel disappointed because you realize that something was false. Something was an illusion. I feel like you believed in an illusion, and I don't know what that illusion is. It can be anything that is being broadcast on TV, to a person that you're dealing with, to a job that you're working at. But I feel like you are having some sort of regrets for believing in a lie. Let me look at Judgment here. So you're headed towards a blessing here. This opportunity that comes towards you is a blessing. Maybe a blessing in disguise, but it's a blessing. So that could be a job, a person, or whatever the situation is. This is something that you asked for. This is some sort of wish fulfillment. Especially if this is about someone pouring their heart out, talking about how they feel, just being honest and being transparent. I feel like that is going to be a big blessing for you. It also could be that you have some sort of opportunity to be transparent, and it's like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be honest. It's time for me to tell the truth. So I feel like this may be like preparing for the truth to come out. This is a celebratory moment. I almost want to say too, like a fairy tale. You know how they say when you turn 16, you know, some sort of spiritual gift gets activated. I do feel like on your birthday, like something gets activated, like your third eye opens, or you might just experience something very, very surreal. Maybe even a miracle, especially if it's about a confession or, you know, something being called out or revealed, or with you being hired. Something begins on your birthday. Yeah. Even if that is moving in together, something about moving in together, or someone finally moving out. It also could be confirmed something about a pregnancy, because it looks like someone's home or family would be expanding. This is good news, whatever it is. I feel like this is good news. So you're either revealing some sort of good news, or someone will reveal good news to you. Something that is in your favor. And it also looks like if there was a missed opportunity in the past, it's like it comes back, because it's really waiting for you. Some sort of opportunity is waiting for you, actually. That's what it looks like. So it's one of those situations where Spirit is like, some things will take motion, will be put in motion the minute you take a step forward. Something is just waiting on you. This is another like weird metaphysical thing that happens to me. I don't know if this has happened to you, but like, for instance, when I'm sleeping, I have this Roku. I have Roku. And, you know, there's a screensaver that pops up. It's really interesting. I really wish I could find a video on how to decode whatever all those messages are. But it looks like it's hidden messages, even though it's like a really pretty screensaver. It moves constantly all through the night. But when I wake up, every now and then when I wake up, and just kind of the angle I'm at, it's like you can't tell that I'm awake. But my eye is looking at it, and it's not moving. The minute I move, it starts moving again, which kind of creeps me out, because I'm like, is life, you know, still while you're sleeping? Like, does life become alive once you awake? or something creepy like, am I being watched? You know, so something along those lines. And even times where, you know, like sometimes I have my window open and I'll wake up, but I'm not moving and there's no wind blowing. But the minute I start moving around in bed, the wind starts to blow and I'm like, oh my God, why does it seem like life was on pause while I was asleep? So you might, I think that's just like a spiritual way of saying that whenever you take action, life will take action with you. But let me look at this Ace of Wands really quick. Yeah, so this is definitely an opportunity to move forward with a soulmate or move forward with something that you're very passionate about, whether it is some sort of creative career move or some sort of opportunity to start your own business. Like the chance rolls around again, and this time I feel the offer is taken. Someone is still stubborn or playing hard to get, but I see this as taking an opportunity this time. It's like, okay, I'm going to grab the opportunity this time. Missed it before. I'm not letting that happen again. Yeah. So that's basically all that I have for you guys with deck number 2. Let's move on to deck number 3. We have the Hanged Man, the High Priest or Hierophant, the Shadow, 5 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. Central issue, we have the 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. Okay, so it looks like the central issue is that you are focused, and it looks like you're actually researching something. I feel like there is the need to complete something that you started or complete something that was complex, and there's a need to finish this project. But it looks like this person is completing this project blindfolded. Well, the way they're looking, it doesn't look like this person can see. So I don't know if you're having to incorporate your intuition in regards to something that you're working on. You also might be starting a new job or creating a new platform. If you are independent, is something new that looks like it's being established. If this is a love situation, it looks like in the past, 2 people were not talking to each other, or at least maybe you were trying to talk to someone, they weren't trying to hear you, or vice versa. Somebody didn't want to listen. Someone didn't want to open up. Someone maybe had trust issues, or they were just emotionally detached from you. And, okay, I'm getting Lydia for somebody. And now I feel like this person, it takes them a long time to warm up or to trust. And so I feel like now someone is ready to talk about some things. So there could be some sort of compromise. Now I also see this as the potential of finding or getting business, like starting a business partnership, starting or forming some sort of small group or organization. And it also looks like you're getting paid for something, or you're getting the help you need to finish something off. Either way, I feel like you're going to get whatever it is that you ask for. You're going to get the help. You're going to get the assistance. But you have to ask for it. I feel like maybe in the past, someone had too much pride to ask for what they needed or to say how they felt. Now I feel like something's changing and someone is ready to give and receive. Someone maybe understands that it takes both ends, or mutual support, you know, an effort from both people for anything to happen. So I feel like even if there was some sort of disconnect or misunderstanding or breakup, I feel like there's going to be forgiveness. I feel like there's someone wants to say they're sorry, or someone just wants to make things right or make things like they were again in the past. I do feel like you or somebody feels like they fucked up. They're like, I shouldn't have done that. I messed up. But I feel like there's going to be forgiveness. Things are going to work out. There also may be some sort of delays with whatever it is that you're working on. If you're trying to start a job, there's still going to be delays. If there's going to be the beginning of a new relationship, it begins, but then it gets delayed. I think what happens first is that it needs to be established that two people feel the same way about each other. But either way, I just feel like once something gets established, there's going to be a delay. And that's the same energy that I got for those of us. So I don't know if you guys picked 2 and 3. But yeah, it looks like something's happening where you get a confirmation, but shortly after it's delayed. Plans to move forward are delayed. Now, it also could be that these delays are up to you. Same. So I apologize if you're like watching both videos, but it's kind of like a similar message playing out. I feel like the delays may depend on you. Once you have an understanding of something, then you can proceed forward. But I feel like maybe something has to resonate with your soul. You have to feel comfortable with what's being presented in front of you. Like, for instance, maybe people have been asking you to do something. Can you please do this? Can you talk about this? Can you talk about that? Can you show me how to do this? Can you please show me how to do that? And you're like, I would, but I just can't until I know that it's right for me. And so I feel like this is something that you're trying to do, is understand or figure things out, make sense of something before you decide on what the move is. Now also, if this is not you, this can be like a love interest and they're just daydreaming or thinking about you. They're planning how they want to approach you. And I feel like someone completes something and then they're like, okay, that's done, but I'm going to wait for the right time to bring it to this person. I even feel like it made me think of a writer who writes a script and it's like, okay, I finished my script. It's completed. Now I've got to edit it. And it's just like, okay, I get back to the editing later. Or it's like, I've completed it. I've done the editing. Now I just need to send it off to copyright or get it copywritten or send it to this agent or send it here or there. But it's like, whatever that last step is, it's like, okay, I'm going to wait to do the next part. If a job is offered to you, the start day is on hold, or either way, something is just on hold is just what I keep getting. Something's on hold. Some of you are going to come to the realization about something that you once believed in. It looks like you believed in a system. You believed in a certain structure. This is the way something was supposed to be. This is like standard, structured societal beliefs. And you may come to the understanding or realization that this isn't what you thought it was, or something or someone isn't what you thought it was, because you can see behind closed doors or on the other side, there's, you know, it says, you know, shadow side. So you might realize, you might have been proud that you've been working for your government, or, you know, working for the educational system or the medical field, and then you find out that something was hidden in plain sight. Something was not what it seems. You've been deceived, or something, some sort of dark agenda or darkness was being covered up. And that can be with anything. It doesn't just have to be with everything that's going on, but just even in your own personal situation, you might realize that something isn't perfect. Something isn't all squeaky clean as you once thought. It also could be about you. Something, maybe this is your energy, your persona, and you're like, hey, I have a secret to share. I have something to tell about my past, and it's dark. You know, so it could be something of that sort. It looks like someone is making some sort of confession or some sort of revelation. And whatever is being revealed is pretty scary. You might realize that you have some inner demons that need to be addressed. If this is a love situation, I see it as a couple of things. First off, it looks like a karmic contract. Being sworn in. Something looks like it's being sworn in or being initiated into something that scares you. And it's like, let's just say, you know, it's a person that you realize that this person is a reflection of your shadow side. It's like, oh my God, this person is everything that I was afraid of. Everything that I thought they were, that I was afraid for them to be, they are. Or it can just be a reflection of you, indicating that you have some sort of compulsion to work on, some sort of codependency that you need to work on. I'm not gonna lie though, this does look like it says shadow government. So I don't know. It really does look like that. Yeah, I mean, even if it's like once you start some sort of new job, it seems like it just consumes you. Maybe you find out that it's a toxic work environment. They don't want to give you any time off. It turns out that you're just working, you're getting rules from one person, but they're getting rules from a darker person. And you know, I'm not talking about in complexion. I'm just saying, you know, it's like, damn, I thought you were in charge. And it's like, I'm not in charge. This dark force is in charge. I'm only enforcing whatever they tell me to do. Now, it also could be that you are dealing with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or someone that has moon in Cancer. Whatever secret someone's been hiding or whatever side they've been covering up about themselves, I feel like it gets revealed. I also feel like maybe someone is needing to go seek help for either their physical health or their mental health. This even looks like something is being revealed. Even if you find out that you're sick, I feel like it's not the end of the world. You might feel like it is. And I'm not saying that it is, you're like, if you find out something incurable, it does look like you're finding something out and you might feel like, oh, it's the end of the world. But I feel like you would recover. To me, this indicates that you would recover from any type of health issues. If this is about some sort of relationship where one person seems like they just take advantage, of the other person, or one person has been suffering in silence. I just feel like things are going to balance out whatever has been imbalanced. This can even be dealing with health related and diet. You know, definitely consuming way too much of something that isn't good for you, going way off the deep end. Let's just say somebody too was supposed to be the spokesperson for Weight Watchers, and they behind the scenes, you know, eating up some stuff, you know, eating way too much, and just not being the person that they're representing on of the brand. It does look like someone is overindulging, overeating, and then feeling like crap about it. Just like, oh, I drank too much. Oh, I smoked too much. Oh, I ate too much. I watched too much porn. You know, I just feel like there's some sort of regret followed by something. But then, like I said, there's a recovery, and then there's a matter of balancing things out. So let me look at a few things here. Let's look at the Hanged Man. I also feel like if someone tries to do any type of spell work on you, or you try to do any spell work on anyone, especially anything that is harmful or trying to control someone's will, I feel like it's gonna backfire. So if you're doing that, please just be warned. Because I see karma playing back out, like something gets reversed right back to you. Interesting. So the Hanged Man is clarified by the Hierophant, which was already out, and the Queen of Pentacles, again, something that's already out. You might be realizing something about a person you respected, or a government, health institution, anything that you thought that it was valuable to you, even something in regards to family or family members. It's like you're coming to some sort of realization about your beliefs on something, and you're questioning your beliefs. Somebody also could be questioning the institution of marriage, if they're in a marriage. And then I just get, again, someone who's thinking about you and making some sort of plans, like they already played it out in their head, what they're going to say. And then it's just a matter of time. I feel like someone starts having second guesses or second doubts about how they feel about you or what they're going to do. Like, even though they already made a decision, they're going to get cold feet. And then they're going to go ahead and say it and get it off their chest. Now, as advice, I feel like there's also a need for you to confront something that is within you, or confront anything that is unhealthy or toxic for you. Like, you need to deal with it. You need to confront your fears instead of hide from them or try to suppress them. Because I also see someone who's trying to live up to the standards of other people or please other people. Maybe you're trying to please your friends, maybe you're trying to please your family, or your partner, and it's saying you're living a lie. Don't do that. Be authentic. So I feel like there's a need for somebody to be more authentic and true to themselves. Let me look at the shadow side. Someone is ashamed about a family secret. Someone doesn't want to be judged or viewed as being the black sheep. I feel like you may end up entering a situation where it's considered to be taboo. Again, it's something in regards to your love life or your views or your job. Something's taboo about it. It could be something taboo about the way you make your money, or how something is being funded. Let's say that I always get that example of like Married to the Mob. Just you're married to someone, they never talk about what they do exactly. Everything's a big secret, but their whole family is rich. And then it kind of turns out like these people they have a front, like they're money laundering, or it's like something, how they make their money could be completely against society, or sometimes I see this as drug dealing with these cards together anyway. Something looks like drug dealing. I mean, truthfully, all this stuff that's coming out in the public, how things are funded, big corporations, that's something that might come out. The truth might come out about that. You also could find out that someone has a toxic family. Now, I also see someone having an addiction to spending. Someone is addicted to spending. For the most part, though, this is someone that is embarrassed or ashamed about the feelings that they have for somebody. And for whatever reason is tied to traditions or family. So I don't know if it's something like getting involved with someone who's married, getting involved with someone who is supposed to be like a family member, like you're really close, you're supposed to be family, or getting involved with or something like an in-law, or just someone who is supposed to be like family, like your ex. Like say you get involved with your ex's best friend, that's like their family, that's like their best friend, and you get involved with them. So I feel like what this is really about is someone is feeling guilty because their desires are not they're frowned upon by society, and someone holds a lot of guilt. Let me look at the Five of Cups. I feel like someone had an opportunity to reconcile or to open up or share a secret, and they didn't. And I also feel like if someone had was in a third party situation, they regretted the choice that they made. I don't know if it's you or your love interest, but somebody is like, damn, I shouldn't have picked this person. I should have went with my gut. So I feel like someone tried to make a logical decision, but that wasn't the best decision. It's like you should have went with your heart, or they should have went with their heart. And then let me just kind of look at the Six of Pentacles. Now, I just got that someone is also lovesick. Someone is tormented by love and how they feel. Oh, okay. Someone is obsessed with how they spend their money. There's a need for someone to get their spending habits in check. There's a need for someone to get their health in check. And then also, like I said, the way someone's getting paid. Now, also the whole thing about getting paid, I almost feel like maybe someone is paying. Let's say you have a client. It's a situation where you have your own business. I feel like there's something going on with your client where your client just keeps spending money on you. Even if, well, I know nobody's really dancing right now. But let's just say, before this whole outbreak started, you were an exotic dancer. There may have been one particular client that just kept spending the entire paycheck on you or something. And it's just like, wait a minute, did you pay your bills? Like, what are you doing? Don't do that. So I feel like somebody has some sort of spending compulsion. And then I keep getting something about somebody does have like a secret fetish. Someone has secret feelings that they're afraid to confront or admit to, and they're trying to keep things under control. And then I also feel like someone's work environment is toxic. Either way, anything that has been excessive or negative is going to balance out. It's not going to stay that way. And I also feel like maybe someone is tired of sneaking around or covering up their real feelings or covering up their true intentions. So yeah, I would be looking out for some sort of confession or a secret to be revealed as well. And an apology or forgiveness on both ends. All right, so those are the messages that I have for you guys. Hopefully they resonate. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.